Last week, I watched a mechanic with 30 years of experience walk right past a brand new Toyota Highlander on the lot and buy this instead. It looks like it was designed by someone who genuinely hates beauty. The proportions are off, the styling is boring, and honestly, most people would be embarrassed to park it in their driveway. But here's what blew my mind. 3 master mechanics I know personally are all driving the exact same 3 SUVs, not similar ones, the exact same models. So I pulled them aside and asked the question, why are you guys secretly buying these things? What they told me completely changed everything I thought I knew about smart car buying. Today, I'm exposing all 3 of these ugly SUVs and the hidden reasons mechanics fight over them. And if you skip to the end without watching, you'll miss the one critical detail that could save you $15,000 in repairs over the next decade. Let's start with number 3. Car number 3, Nissan Xterra. And yes, it looks like a box that someone forgot to finish designing. The styling is aggressively boxy, the plastic cladding screams early 2000s, and the overall look is about as exciting as a filing cabinet. But here's what you need to understand. Mechanics don't care about pretty, they care about what doesn't break. And the Nissan Xterra, it just doesn't break. Let me tell you about Mike. He's been wrenching on cars for 28 years at an independent shop in Ohio. He's seen everything roll through those bay doors. Lifted trucks that grenaded their transmissions at 60,000 miles, luxury SUVs that needed $5,000 repairs before they hit 100,000. But his Nissan Xterra, 342,000 miles, original engine, original transmission. He told me the only major thing he's replaced is the alternator at 280,000 miles. That's it. Everything else has been oil changes, brake pads, and tires. He calls it his retirement plan because the money he's not spending on repairs is going straight into his savings account. So why is this ugly box so bulletproof? 3 reasons. First, the VQ40DE engine. This is a 4-liter V6 that Nissan perfected over decades. It's the same basic architecture they used in the Frontier, Pathfinder, and Titan. It's got an aluminum block, dual overhead cams, and a timing chain designed to last the life of the engine. No timing belt replacements every 100,000 miles. Mechanics love this engine because it's stupidly simple and parts are everywhere. Second, the transmission. If you get the manual 6-speed, you're looking at one of the most durable gearboxes Nissan ever built. It's basically bulletproof. If you get the automatic 5-speed, it's a proven unit used across their truck lineup. Just make sure you change the transmission fluid every 60,000 miles and you'll be fine. Third, parts availability. The Xterra shares major components with the Frontier pickup, which means parts are cheap and everywhere. That alternator Mike replaced, $130. A wheel bearing, $75. Compare that to a Land Rover where a single sensor can cost you $400, and you start to see why mechanics gravitate toward these. Here's the thing dealers won't tell you. The Xterra was discontinued in 2015 because it didn't meet fuel economy standards, but that's exactly why you can find them cheap right now. I've seen clean examples with under 150,000 miles going for $8,000 to $12,000. That's insane value for a vehicle that'll easily run another 200,000 miles with basic maintenance. Before you buy one, check 3 things. 1. Rust. These can rust on the frame, especially around the rear leaf spring mounts if it spent time in the soft belt. Get under it and look at the frame. 2. Check for the strawberry milkshake of death. This is where the radiator fails internally and mixes coolant with transmission fluid. Look at the transmission fluid. It should be red, not pink or brown. If it's contaminated, walk away. 3. Listen for any whining from the rear differential. The limited slip can wear out if the fluid was never changed. A replacement isn't crazy expensive, but it's leverage for negotiating the price down. Now, that's a solid vehicle. But if you think that's impressive, SUV number 2 has a secret feature that even Toyota engineers would be jealous of, and 90% of people walk right past it because of how it looks. You're not going to want to miss this. Real quick, have you ever seen one of these on the road and thought, that's the ugliest car I've ever seen? Drop a comment below, because what I'm about to show you with SUV number 2 is going to change your mind forever. Here's why mechanics are fighting over these. Car number 2, the Kia Soul. And I can already hear some of you laughing. This thing looks like a toaster crossed with a hamster cage. It's got all the aesthetic appeal of a cardboard box. The design is so polarizing that people either love it or absolutely hate it. But here's the thing. This little box is one of the most bulletproof vehicles Kia has ever made, and mechanics know it. Let me tell you about Carlos. He's a transmission specialist in Texas, and he owns 3 of these. Not 1, 3. One for himself, one for his wife, and one for his daughter who just started college. When I asked him why he bought 3 of the exact same car, he said, because I know they'll never leave my family stranded, and I'm not paying for repairs when I could be paying for my kids' education. That's the kind of confidence you get when you've rebuilt thousands of transmissions and you know which ones never come back to your shop. So what makes the Kia Soul so special? It's all about what's under that weird boxy skin. The Soul from 2010 to 2013 uses the Gamma engine, either the 1.6 or 2.0 liter. These are some of the most reliable 4-cylinder engines Kia ever built. This was before Kia started putting turbos and direct injection in everything. The Gamma engine is naturally aspirated, port injected, and incredibly simple. It's got a timing chain, so no belt replacements. It's naturally aspirated, so no turbo to fail. And it's so simple that a shade tree mechanic can work on it in their driveway with basic tools. The transmission, if you get the manual, it's virtually indestructible. If you get the automatic, it's a 6-speed conventional automatic, not a CVT or dual clutch. It's old school, it's simple, and it just works. There's no CVT complexities or dual clutch nightmares, just a basic, proven automatic that'll outlast the body of the car. But here's where it gets really interesting. The Soul shares suspension components with the Forte. That means parts are dirt cheap and available at every parts store in America. Struts, $50 each. Ball joints, $30. Control arms, $60. Now compare that to a quote I got last month for a customer with a Range Rover. One front strut, $940 for one. The Soul's total cost to replace both front struts, including labor, $270. That's the difference between a vehicle designed to be fixed and a vehicle designed to be expensive. Let me give you a real-world cost comparison. A friend of mine bought a 2012 Soul with 120,000 miles for $5,000. Over the next 10 years, he put on another 200,000 miles. In that entire time, his total maintenance costs were oil changes, 1 set of brake pads and rotors, 2 sets of tires, 1 battery, and 1 alternator. Total cost over 10 years? About $3,000. His co-worker bought a used BMW X3 the same year for $12,000. Over the same 10 years, he spent over $18,000 in repairs. Window regulators, cooling system, oil leaks, suspension components, transmission service, the list goes on. Now, before you run out and buy a Soul, here are 5 things to check. 1. Rust on the rear hatch. The Soul can rust where the hatch meets the body. Check the seams carefully. 2. Check for oil leaks around the valve cover gasket. It's a cheap fix, but it's common on higher mileage examples. 3. Inspect the front lower control arm bushings. They wear out and cause clunking noises over bumps. Again, cheap fix, but good for negotiating. 4. Check the air conditioning. The compressors can fail, and while it's not a deal breaker, a replacement runs about $600 installed. 5. Make sure the oil changes were done regularly. If they were neglected, the engine can develop sludge. Look at the oil cap. If it's crusty, walk away. The early sole is so good that mechanics I know specifically hunt for the 2010 to 2013 models because they know those are the golden years before Kia started adding complexity. Before I reveal number 1, if you're finding this valuable, do me a favor and hit that like button. It actually helps YouTube show this video to more people who need to see it. All right, here's the big one. Now, I'm going to show you a picture of SUV number 1, and your first reaction is going to be, that is the ugliest thing I've ever seen. But 3 weeks ago, I watched 4 mechanics at a dealer auction bidding against each other for this exact SUV. Not 1, 4. They were driving the price up on each other because they all wanted it. So I had to know, what do they know that the rest of us don't? What I found out is going to make you question every car buying decision you've ever made. Car number 1, the Subaru Forester. And before you say it's not ugly, let me stop you. The 2009 to 2013 Forester looks like a minivan that got shrunk in the wash. It's boring, it's bland, it screams soccer mom, and it has absolutely zero style. But here's what nobody talks about. Underneath that boring body is one of the most reliable platforms Subaru ever built. Let me tell you about Jim. He's a master mechanic in Michigan who's been in the business for 33 years. 2 years ago, he sold his 2015 Chevy Equinox that had 120,000 miles on it because it was nickel and diming him to death. Turbo was starting to act up, transmission was slipping. He took the money from that sale and bought a 2010 Subaru Forester with 160,000 miles for $7,000. I asked him if he lost his mind. He laughed and said, "Just wait." That Forester now has 290,000 miles. In the 2 years he's owned it, he's replaced the head gaskets, which is a known issue on the 2.5-liter engine, and cost him about $1,200 at an independent shop, and that's it. Everything else has been maintenance. He told me he'll drive this thing until the wheels fall off, and based on how it's going, that might be never. So what makes the Forester secretly brilliant? It's built on Subaru's proven platform with the naturally aspirated 2.5-liter boxer engine. This is the EJ253 engine, and it's been used in millions of Subarus since the early 2000s. It's not fancy, it's not fast, but it's dead reliable once you address the head gaskets. The biggest issue is the head gaskets can leak around 150,000 miles, but that's a known issue, it's predictable, and once it's done, you're good for another 200,000 miles. The 4-speed automatic transmission or 5-speed manual are both bulletproof. The automatic is the 4E-AT, which Subaru used for decades. It's proven, it's durable, and parts are everywhere. As long as you change the fluid every 60,000 miles, it'll go 300,000 plus without major issues. Here's the part that blows people's minds. The Forester has all-wheel drive standard, which means you get traction and capability that most SUVs charge extra for. The symmetrical all-wheel drive system is mechanical, not electronic, which means it's simple and reliable. Mechanics love it because you can throw it in the snow, mud, or dirt and it just works. And here's the interesting part. Some mechanics believe Subaru intentionally over-engineered these naturally aspirated engines because they knew the turbo models would have issues. The non-turbo Foresters just run forever. Real-world longevity? I've seen Foresters with over 400,000 miles still running strong. There's one in Vermont with 520,000 miles on the original engine and transmission. The owner posts updates online, and mechanics from all over the country follow it. Now let's be real, there is one weakness: head gaskets. If you're buying a Forester from this generation, assume the head gaskets will need to be done if they haven't been already. Budget $1,200 to $1,500 for the job. If it's already done, you found a gem. If not, it's just planned maintenance. Here's your 7-point buying checklist for a Forester. 1. Check for external head gasket leaks. Look for oil or coolant residue on the engine block. 2. Inspect the frame and undercarriage for rust. 3. Check the transmission fluid. It should be red, not brown or black. 4. Look for oil leaks around the valve cover gaskets. Common, cheap fix. 5. Test the all-wheel drive system. Make sure it engages smoothly. 6. Check the CV boots for tears, common wear item on Subarus. 7. Listen for any knocking noises from the suspension. Struts and control arms wear out, but they're cheap to replace. If you find a clean Forester with maintenance records and the head gaskets already done, you're looking at one of the best value propositions in the used car market right now. I've seen them selling for $7,000 to $10,000, depending on mileage and condition. That's incredible value for a capable all-wheel drive vehicle that'll run forever. So let's recap what we just uncovered. 3 SUVs that look absolutely terrible, but mechanics are secretly buying them because they know something most people don't. Pretty doesn't mean reliable. In fact, sometimes the ugliest vehicles are engineered the best because the manufacturers focused on function, not fashion. The Nissan Xterra, the Kia Soul, the Subaru Forester. These are the vehicles mechanics drive home, the ones they buy for their wives and kids, the ones they recommend to their best friends. And now, you're in on the secret. Now I want to hear from you. Have you ever owned one of these? Have you seen mechanics driving them? Or do you think I'm completely crazy and you'd never buy an ugly car no matter how reliable it is? Drop a comment and let me know. And if you know a mechanic who drives one of these, tag them below and let's see if they'll admit it. If you want more videos exposing what mechanics actually buy versus what they sell to customers, subscribe right now. Next video, I'm revealing the pickup trucks that mechanics absolutely refuse to touch, and some of them might surprise you. Click the video on your screen to watch that next. I'll see you there.